This is the electronics part, previous question paper, JNTU, BEEE. BEEE part B is electronics part. Electronics part lo emostayi 1 mark questions 5 and 3 questions 10 marks you have to answer. 1 mark questions exactly you have to write the answer. Without this answer you will get related information also. If you write, you will get half mark or 1 mark directly. Coming to 1 mark question, explain the working of forward bias PN junction. PN junction diode. A diode is connected to positive supply, anode is connected to positive, negative. It is a negative, it is positive. It is anode of diode, it is cathode of diode. Then it is forward bias PN junction. The majority carriers and minority carriers, you have to represent one small diagram to get 1 mark. Similarly, another one, what is the function of voltage regulator in electronic circuit? Why the regulator is needed in electronic circuit? A voltage regulator is needed in electronic circuit to maintain voltage constant. That is the two lines answer. But you have to represent one Zener diode. A Zener diode is connected in reverse bias. Reverse bias, it acts as voltage regulator. That 2 or 3 lines you can write. Next, why Hamming codes are useful for error detection. At the end of the data transmission, Hamming code, how it is used, you have to remember. Describe the types of counters. Counters are 2 types: synchronous counter, asynchronous counter, ring counter. These are the 2. If you write 3, you will get 1 mark. Explain data representation using BCD codes, binary coded decimal. These are the 2 marks 1 mark questions. Normally for every subject 2 marks questions are there, but it is 1 mark because of 2 parts, electrical part and electronics part. Next we go for 10 marks questions which are in part B. Explain the evolution of electronics from vacuum tube to nanoelectronics in the year and electronic device introduced that we have to write. Compare CBCE and CC configuration. Common base, common emitter, common collector configurations. You have to draw diagrams. The diagrams of transistor configurations you have to draw. CB and CC and CE configurations. Without these diagrams you can't get marks. That coming to another one, what is Zener effect? Explain the working of Zener voltage regulator. Again voltage regulator came, a transistor has some problem or given. Explain the block diagram of DC power supply. It is very important, DC power supply block diagram. A DC block diagram, DC supply, how it will be a block diagram. You can check the BEEE playlist how the block diagram of DC regulated power supply, DC RPS, how it will be, filter and DC AC supply, after that rectifier, filter, after that voltage regulator. So many blocks are there, you have to remember those. And problem, one half wave rectifier problem. Rectifiers also will come. What is rectifier, what is inverter, like that questions may become. Explain the working of RC coupled amplifier. Amplifier diagram you have to draw. For this diagram and explanation you will get 5 marks. Whereas 2.5 mark for diagram RC coupled amplifier and explanation 2.5 mark. With neat block diagram, explain working of electronic instrumentation system. Block diagram of electronic instrumentation system you have to remember. Next, block diagram and explanation 2.5 mark, 2.5 mark you will get. Elaborate on fundamental theorems on properties of Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra theorems, A dot A, so many formulas are there. Those formulas explain. Elaborate on the fundamental theorems. Commutative law. Commutative law is A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. So many formulas are there, Boolean algebra, those we have to remember. What is full adder, what is half adder? These questions are came for supply exam. Remember, some questions may be linked to the regular and supply question paper. Full adder and half adder diagrams you have to remember. Next, coming to another question. Describe the operation of purpose of logic gates. Logic gates, this is a common question for every exam. Logic gates, how to AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate. What are universal gates? Also 1 mark question will come. Universal gates are NAND and NOR are called universal gates because we can realize any gate from these two. That's why it is called universal gate. These are called as universal gates because any gate we can realize from NAND or NOR gate. Explain the principle of operation of purpose of logic gates in electronic circuit. Logic gates are used in to design electronic circuits to get output, required output. What are the functions of registers and counters in digital electronics? These are the questions regarding part B, electronics part. For this, diagram is very important for everyone. Every question, it carries some marks for diagram. The related diagram, if you draw, some marks you will get. Exact marks, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, if you want to get, you have to represent diagram and theory clearly, and you have to write the question number perfectly. Question number perfectly left hand side, 11A, 11B, like that, without this number. And don't mix electrical part and electronics part. After 18 pages only start this paper. Thank you.